Welcome to the School District of Philadelphia, one of the largest in the nation. We understand that it can be overwhelming to figure out how to navigate the district, especially if you are new to the city. We are committed to having your family feel part of the community. The school district provides education free of charge and is open to all those who live in Philadelphia. This video is to provide an overview of the school district and to explain the services and resources available to you. Let's begin with your rights according to the law. Federal laws guarantee equal access to education for all students, regardless of immigration status, national origin, gender, religion, or language, and mandate that school districts must provide special services such as English language classes to English language learners, ELLs, so that they have an equal educational opportunity. Please be aware that no one at the school district can request to see your or your child's social security card, passport, or immigration documents. Schools are prohibited from providing anyone information about your child without your permission unless it is court-ordered. School personnel cannot enforce U.S. immigration laws. Finally, federal and state law requires that communication with parents be in the parent's preferred language. As mentioned before, public schools are open to all those who live in Philadelphia. To enroll your child in a school, all you need is proof of the child's age, proof of address, and immunization records. In addition, you will need to complete the admission application. Depending on the information provided on the application, your child might need to take an English language placement test. This test acts as a guide for your child's placement in the appropriate language program to support English language development. In most cases, this test will be given at the Multilingual Assessment Center, also called the MAC. The MAC assists students and their families with enrollment, assessment, and placement in the appropriate language program. The MAC will provide you written documentation of your child's status as an English language learner and his or her proficiency level. You can contact the MAC at any time with your questions. Each year, your child is given a different test that monitors their growth in English. You will receive a written report that explains this. This also guides language program placement for the following academic year. Now let's talk about our programs. There are various programs that address the needs of our English language learners. ESOL, English to speakers of other languages. Dual language. The Newcomer Learning Academy. All teach reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills. The ESOL program teaches social and academic language skills, as well as the cultural aspects of the language. The Dual Language program is a two-way immersion program that integrates English language learners and native English speakers for instruction in two languages at the same time. Currently, it is offered in some schools in English and Spanish. The Newcomer Learning Academy, NLA, provides an intensive course of study in a nurturing school environment. The NLA is open to students ages 14 to 20 who have recently arrived in the United States. This program has specific supports available for students that meet one or more of the following criteria: low literacy in first language, interrupted education, or no prior exposure to the English language. Regardless of where your student is placed, all teachers, not only ESOL or bilingual teachers, share the responsibility of supporting your child's English language development and learning of grade-level content. In the school district, we have elementary, middle, and high schools. Schooling begins in kindergarten at ages 5 and continues to grade 12. Though kindergarten is not mandatory in Philadelphia, you have the choice to enroll your students at age 5. However, once your child begins kindergarten, you cannot withdraw your child from school. High school begins in grade 9. Students remain in high school until they meet their graduation requirements or turn 21. If your child turns 21 during a school year, they must be allowed to complete that academic year. Most schools are neighborhood schools. This means you are assigned to a school based on your address. However, there are some schools, mostly middle schools and high schools, that are available to all students through an application process. Some of these schools have certain admission requirements, grades, attendance, conduct, and standardized test scores. Please be aware that students cannot be excluded on the basis of their language proficiency. Contact your school or the MAC for assistance or questions about this process. The leader of a school in the school district of Philadelphia is called the principal. The principal is responsible for the overall operation of the school. He or she is the boss. Of course, teachers are important people to know. It is expected that teachers and parents openly communicate. Do not hesitate to visit your child's school or contact the teacher to address any question you may have. If you are concerned about your child's academic progress or you wonder if your child has special needs, be sure to speak with your child's teacher to share these concerns. The school secretary is someone you will get to know well and whom you will meet when entering the main office. Another important face in the school is the school counselor. The school counselor provides academic and career guidance for all students. You and your child should know who your school counselor is. In some schools, there is another important person to know, the Bilingual Counseling Assistant, BCA. Though he or she is not a school counselor, the BCA serves as a linguistic and cultural bridge between the student, the family, and the school. The safety and security of all students is our highest priority. All members of the school community must adhere to the expectations of the Code of Student Conduct. This document explains the rules, expectations, and consequences for all students. You can find this document in your welcome packet, or you can download it from the school district's website, translated into several languages other than English. The School District of Philadelphia prohibits all forms of bullying and harassment, whether it be from students, teachers, staff, or administrators. The school district is obligated to investigate all reports of bullying and harassment. If you or your child is a victim of bullying or harassment, it is vital that you report the incident to the school principal or any other member of the school staff. The school cannot address situations if it does not know about them. If you do report an incident, You are entitled to meet with the school staff to find out the results of the investigation and what will be done to keep your child safe. Schools in our district are open from Monday to Friday, from September to June. Opening and closing times vary by school. Make sure that you know the name and address of your child's school. Also, the school needs your contact information, including your phone number. If your phone number or address changes, make sure the school has this new information in case there is an emergency. Your child will be issued an identification card to be carried at all times. Breakfast and lunch is free for all students. Please make note that no pork products are served in our schools. If a student is absent for any reason, it is necessary for you to provide a note explaining the cause of this absence. Doctors and dentists often supply a note that should be given to the secretary when the student returns to school. If your child needs to leave school before the end of the school day, you must go in person to pick up your child. Be sure to bring your identification, or otherwise the school cannot release your child to you. Parent-teacher conferences are held throughout the year. This is a chance for you to find out the progress your child is making in school. It is important that you attend these meetings. Interpretation services will be available. For individuals who are refugees or experiencing homelessness, living in a non-permanent place, there is assistance such as uniform vouchers, Title I emergency funds, etc. Speak to your school counselor if you need assistance. We hope that this overview of our district eases your transition into our schools and our city. Your welcome packet includes in-depth information of what we have presented in this video. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact the MAC or your school. Welcome to the School District of Philadelphia.